Good afternoon, members. Today we are meeting after a long break due to some health issues and a function at my place. But now I'm free, and here is the most recent case study that is troubling so many members, coming repetitively in the exams, and generally members are facing some difficulty. In the last video, you can go through YouTube, in which we have shared one pre-money, post-money valuation question of startup, valuation of startups. Today, I'm going to share again a new case study that is again based on startups. Previously, why I have not made that video earlier, this question is coming from last, I think 20, 25, 30 days in the exam, but I was not able to make a complete video on this. The reason for the same was that I was not getting the proper question actually. And without a proper question, obviously I cannot give you the proper answers. But luckily we have got this question. Don't ask me how, but one of the member have, I'll not tell you the name or something, but have remembered the whole question, even the options which was in their exam. I'm not sure whether other members are also getting the same question or different one, but the one which I'm having is again with the proper options of the answers also, and proper question and proper figures, I should say. Not complete question is not there because the case study was very lengthy, but major figures are there. This case study, let's start. This case study basically belongs to or give you some information regarding a company is going to start a startup, and for some kind of mails or something, or the letters that you receive and all. And in initial years it was in losses. The initial expenses are 5 crores in the cash flows are 5 crores, the capital expenditures are 8 crores, then some expenditure in the first month of the second year is there, and that type of misleading informations were there. And then after third or fourth year, there will be some constant growth rate, growth of 100% in the cash flows, then it will decline to 80%, then 65, then linearly it will decline to 5%, and then afterwards it will constant at 5% after 10th year. And two questions were asked. So first of all, let me show you the question or the data that I have received, and this is the exact question because the data was noted down by the member, and the figures are also the same. So obviously if figures are same, then this is the question that was asked in exam. If any member has asked, or this question was asked in a different way in your exam, then based on the concept that I'm going to dictate, you can solve in your exam that particular question. So first of all, let us discuss this question, and I'm going to show you the first of all the question part. This is the question. This is not the question, this is the question that is majorly you can see on your screen. This is exactly the main information of the question, not obviously not the story is written here. The first year of operation, the cash flows will be 5 crores and capital expenditure is 8 crores. The cash flow will grow at a growth rate of 100% for the year 2, 3 and 4. And then growth rate for 5th to 10th year was 80%, 65, 50, 35, 25, 20 or 5%, and thereafter it will be constant at 5% after 11th year and onwards. The capital expenditure details: first month of the second year is 30 crore, second, third and fourth year 10 crore, 5 crore, 5 crore. These figures can be, this capital expenditure figure can be different also. And then afterwards it is nil. The required return on equity is 25%, that is to be used as discount rate. The KE is 25%. The questions asked were, that two questions that particular member remembered properly along with the options of answers. The fair value of equity at fourth year operation under discounted cash flow method. Second, fair value of equity at fourth year of operation as per H model. This is a specific model, I'll explain. And then when H model is helpful in valuation, the options were not available. I'll explain you in a theoretical way. There might be some fourth question that is not right now I'm having. Once I'll receive that, I'll also obviously share it with you. So let's start solving this question quickly. The first part is not at all difficult. The second part is also not very difficult, but to answer this question directly in exam, if you're not having the proper knowledge of discounting and compounding and not proper knowledge of H model, how it actually works, then obviously it is tough to solve. So let's start. Here I have made a Word file for you with the information. You can make the Excel file also. I'll share the Excel calculation with you also, no problem at all. And this particular PDF or Word file also. So first of all, this is year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The first year cash flow is 5 crores. I have not mentioned the cash outflows. I'll tell you the reason for the same also. Then 10 crores is basically the 100% growth rate. Then again third year 100% growth rate. Then again 100% growth rate till fourth year. If you get a question till fifth year 100% and all, then also can be done. So you have to add them accordingly. But this data is fixed along with the options and answers are matching. So this is the correct 2 questions asked. But if you get differently, then obviously the concept will remain the same. In the 5th year also, I have received separately from member that 100% growth rate is till 5th year also. Then you can add the 100% also in the 5th year. So there, 4th, then in my question, it is 80% there, 5th year. Then I have added 40 plus 80%, 72. Then 65%, 118.80. Then 50%, 178. Then 35%, 240. Then 20%, 288. Then 5%, 303. And then again, it will be constant for rest of the life or till perpetuity at this 5%, 318.27. Right now, if you can also pause this particular video and calculate or write these figures on the Excel on your own for practice purpose, that will be handy to you, because solving along with me, obviously it will be helpful. Then if I want the value over here, the KE apart from that is given as 25%, and constant growth after this 11th year is 5%. Correct? So if I want to calculate the value at the end of 4th year, then obviously first of all I have to calculate the terminal value. So if I apply the terminal value formula, if you remember the formula, I don't prefer generally, I have in the classes I have given you the logics for the same why it works like that. But if you apply the formula over here, 318.27 divided by KE minus G, 0.25 minus 0.05. So whenever you apply the formula on year 11 cash flow, the by default terminal value you will get at the end of year 10, and that will be 1591 approximately. Now, if in particular question it is asked that what is the terminal value at the end of 10th year, the answer will be 1591. Even in the options, let me show you, the answer is given as 1591 also. So in your questions, IBBI has put some algorithm or based on which the questions and answers are keep on changing. Whatever is asked, keep on changing. So if at the 4th year, if they will ask you what is the terminal value at the end of 10th year, the answer will be 1591 crores. The D would be the correct answer. This is the value at the end of 10th year. Correct? But we are not asked to calculate the value at the end of 10th year. We are asked to calculate the value at the end of 4th year. So in that situation, what we have to do, we have to discount this 72 for 1 year at the rate of 25%. We have to discount this for 2 years. We have to discount it for 3 years. We have to discount it for 4. We have to discount this value for 5th. And we have to add these two values, 303.118, and discount it then for 6th year. This is 1 year, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. And once you will add them up, you will get the cash flow as 915 crores. Now, one question that will keep on striking in your head, that why we have not used the capital expenditures in the calculation. Because that is not at all required. That is only a misleading information is available in the question. Here, they have given you the capital expenditure over here, even if you use, that is of no use. They have given some here, they have given you capital expenditures over here, but the cash flows or the value is asked at the end of 4th year. So whatever the expenditure, whatever the inflows are previously already received or already expensed are of no use to get the value at the end of 4th year. So this will be 915 crores value of the future cash flows, future FCFEs or future cash flows at the rate of 25%. So you can pause the video and then you can check on your own. This is the Excel calculation of the same or open office calculation of the same. If I have to tell you, this is the terminal value, and if you get, then you will get the 914.63 as exact answer. But if you can calculate to the rounded off value, then the answer that was there in the exam, that is validated by the member who have recorded this particular or noted this particular question, is I think let me show you. The correct answer for fourth year value is 915 crores. The answer is A. Hopefully you have got it. Nothing difficult. Only point is that whatever the future cash flows, you have to simply discount that. And remember one thing, whenever you apply the formula for perpetual growth rate, that is KE minus G, the value you always get at the 1 year earlier. Why is so? Why is that 1 year? Why not 2 years? Why not 4 years? For that purpose, if you need the logic, then simply message me or call me. I'll provide you the small link, or you can go for the detailed proper logical sessions to have conceptual clarity for this particular exam. Because without conceptual clarity, nowadays it is not possible to crack this exam. I am having this particular data, I'm solving it for you. But if you get some differently framed data in your exam, then without proper conceptual clarity, you might not be able to crack in that question in the exam. The second question is fair value of equity at the fourth year of operation as per H model. That is much easier to solve. Now, as per H model, now how the H model basically works and what is H model? H model is basically applied on two-stage growth models. Two-stage growth models means whenever there is a high growth and then the growth rate, obviously after a particular peak, it will decline linearly. Linearly means the same percentage of decline will always be there. Here if you will check, it is 80%. Previously it was 100%. Then linear declining started from 80%. 80, then 60, 15% decline is there. 50, 35, 25. This H model only works when the linear declining is there. If the linear declining is not there, H model cannot work. Now, the third part, when the H model is helpful, I am not aware about the options, but if you get an option as the linear declining or not, then obviously the linear declining is required for correct working of H model. Secondly, the high growth period and constant growth period is separately valued. The H model basically what it does, it separately values the value of this particular equity or shares after this period. After this period means the constant growth period, and then it separately has a formula for the valuation during this particular period, or you can say this till 11 years, and then afterwards till 11 years, that is the declining period, and then afterwards it can be the constant value. Now, what is the formula for H model? Let me tell you. The formula for calculation the value as per H model is nothing but D0. Normally it is written as D0. Here the cash flows are given, so we can use it as cash flow of year 0 into 1 plus growth. Now, sir, which growth rate is required? Obviously, the last growth rate, that is terminal growth rate, is used, plus D0 again. Now, in the first part, in this part, it has calculated the present value of the cash flows which are constant growth rate time period cash flows. Now, it is using D0 into again the higher growth rate minus lower growth rate, the last growth rate, into H value, into H divided by simply KE minus G. Now, how to calculate the H value, sir? H value is nothing but this time frame. Calculate the years of linear growth time periods. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. After 11th year, it will be constant. So 7, whatever the years are there, 7 divided by 2 is equal to 3.5 years. Sir, can we take 6 years also, because 5% in the last can be taken as 6, but as the answer is framed in this particular question, they have used it as 7 years because they have considered that this is linearly declining till 10th year, and then 11th year is d0 into 1 plus g type of thing. Then after 11th year, they have assumed that this will be constant. So this is why they have used it as 3.5 years. So other all values are available. Simply you can, whenever you put that value, you will get the answer. D0 is, or cash flow 0 of 4th year is 40 into 1 plus 0.05, that is terminal growth rate, plus D0 40 again, into what is the higher growth rate during that period, 80 minus terminal growth rate is 0.05 into 3.5 divided by 0.25 minus 0.05. And in one line you will get the answer as exact answer 735 crores, which is answer number C. This is how these two questions are solved. Not difficult at all. They're not two. One doubt is there only that I'm also having, is that they can use the H value as 3 also. But if you use the H value as 3, you will get the answer as 660 crores. And that is not in the option. 6, why I'm saying, to calculate this till terminal period here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 years, 6 divided by 3, 6 divided by 2, 3 H value can also be taken. But in answer, they have not taken it as 3. Or the member that have provided me the data might be having some confusion in the answer, but the data or the options provided by them are correct. So as per, if I have to go with the question, they have assumed the constant growth rate period or the second growth rate period as after 11th year. And that is why they have used the 7 divided by 2, 3.5 as H value. And then if you'll do like that, then obviously the answers are properly matching. So this is how this question, proper question has been solved, and not a difficult one, very easy. The third part they have asked, I'm not having the options, you have to look for the same. But if I tell you the H model, then one main information that is required, the growth rate should be declining properly. If you are having any proper authenticated information that you got in your exam, then you can personally drop me a message on the number that is flashing right now on your screen, the different question, but it should be authentic question if you have got, and proper remembrance of question is required for solving of the same. If along with the answers means the options if available, then it is good. Otherwise you can share the proper question. I'll definitely try to solve it for you. Proper concepts are very much required these days. The level of exam has really risen up, and now even the bill for the registered valuers is under the queue, sometimes postponed due to this farmers protest and all. But obviously if you want a if proper conceptual clarity is there, then it will be helpful you to pass the exam. This is it. If you need any clarification or are having any doubt, then please share it with me. If you need the clarification on the issue that why the growth rate, obviously, or the whenever you apply the formula, 1 year earlier value is there along with the logic, then simply drop me a message. That's it for the day. Have a good day and happy winters. Hopefully this pandemic will over soon, and we'll meet in person also.